Hey everybody, you're back. How you doing today? I hope you're having a good day. I'm glad that you took time to come to the channel and give yourself a little break. This is the continuation of SB19. I'll tell a little bit more about it. But in the meantime, first get a drink, get your comfy chair, sit back in it, relax, and wait as Tazzz reacts. All right. So this is going to be episode 2. I'm so happy and grateful that many of you popped in, gave comments, viewed the first episode I did. And what it is just to continue to support SB19. I just love what they represent. And I don't just mean musically, I mean what they have done for their fans. Um, and the 18 fans and how they make us feel. Music moves us in so many different ways. So I started the first episode a few weeks ago of the DocuSeries, and it's off of Casual Chuck's YouTube channel, which I have his links in the description. So please go and support him. And then please, of course, support SB19. So this is episode 2, uh, like a reaction docuseries. So, unlike my regular music videos, I will pause this periodically throughout the commentary. So make sure you don't try to skip past because you're going to miss most of the stuff that I have to say. This is all off the dome. I haven't watched it yet. I never pre-watch. So I just say what I feel and say what my thoughts are. But I want to learn more about SB19. At the same time, hoping to gain more exposure, notoriety, and to give you something that hopefully you continue to support and appreciate. Okay, all one love. So thanks. So let me get right into this. Shut the hell up. So stay tuned right now as Tazzz reacts.
Disclaimer, this video is only based on my personal research. I might miss some details and it's possible to have discrepancies, but I did my best to get as much accurate information as possible, so enjoy. Just a quick correction to episode 1, Josh didn't only recruit Ken but also Justin. Josh told Justin about the workshop which gave him the opportunity to become a Show BT trainee. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the video.
Get in the zone! Wait.
Everyone has that one thing that makes them feel good about themselves. Like they're in control. Everything else could be going completely haywire.
Ano ba yan, Stel? Ano ba yung ayos mo na yan? Talagang style yan o ano?
Like the world is completely falling apart around you.
Minsan na makita na ng tao kung gaano kami naghihirap.
But when you're doing that one thing, life is wonderful. And that makes everything worth it.
Yeah, so let me stop right there for a minute and say, like, just that one little part there, what they had said, when you're doing something that's wonderful and that you like, everything is worth it. So that's something that's very relatable to everyone. There was a moment there, which I don't know what that was, where one of the members was really, really sad. So again, we all have ups and downs, but it's nice to know that there's a support system out there. There's people that cheer you on and root for you, and then hopefully things will get better. Because before I started this channel, like, I found out that a lot of people, like fans like myself and stuff, or not me included, but fans just think that celebrities or musicians and stuff are always happy and stuff like that. So I've learned as the channel has gone on that that's not always the case. You know, just because you're successful in a certain way doesn't mean problems don't exist. Like, problems don't only search for poor people, problems search for all types of people. And Not even the fact of being poor or not being poor, you know, because SB19 doesn't let money get to their head or status get to their head. They love what they do, and they love that we love what they do, and they love that they provide us something that we enjoy, a service, makes us happy, educates us, sad, you know, all the emotions that we um can feel. So just make that be known. Like, just because someone's successful and doing well doesn't mean that they're bulletproof, like to like harsh trolls or to just bad things in general. Like, if it could be a health situation, it could be something. You're not getting the success that you deserve, you know, because remember, there's also underrated musicians out there in the world. I've reacted to many of them that are really, really amazing, and they just don't get the exposure and notoriety that they deserve. So, you know, SB19 at one point was like that. Now they become more successful, but they still have their own problems. You know why? Because they're human. So they still can get sick. They still can have bad days, good days. They still can have trolls and people hating on them. So they always have to push through. So just make that aware. Musicians are human too. All right, let me get back into this.
몬테로 씨, 검사 결과가 나왔습니다.
임신인가요?
아니요, 임신은 아닙니다.
Then why do I feel weak lately?
Mrs. Montero, you are HIV positive.
Addie Hong. She could have easily become a popular celebrity in the Philippines. Back in Korea, she was a well-established theater actress, a vocal, dance, and beauty coach, a one-woman show. But instead, she chose to use her experience to guide and nurture the boys to reach their highest potential. Along with Tatang Robin, she was also one of the main reasons why SB19 is where they are now. She is popularly known as Miss Hongganda, and we will see her often in this video. Before SB19's debut, they tried to establish an online presence. So on May 16, 2018, they created their Facebook page. This could possibly be the unofficial date they were formed. They started posting song covers like these.
Send me your location, let's focus on communicating, cause I just need the time and place to come through, yeah. I hope he buys you flowers, I hope he holds your hand.
And dance covers like these.
Wow, their voices sound beautiful individually. I haven't yet to get to the part to the part in the channel where like I started reacting to them doing individual music. So you know, that'll be coming. So far I've only heard them collectively. So those first two, I haven't memorized the names yet with the faces. I only know Pablo's name and his face, and Stel and his face. I have to get used to the other three. So just saying, but those first two that we just heard singing, amazing, amazing, amazing. Tell me who they are down in the comments also. All right, let's hear what this is about to sound like.
With it, stab with it, hit them folk now stab with it. Nay, then you stop.
They became more active in social media while maintaining their regular performances in small events. They did this until it was almost time for their debut.
We have good news for you guys. Kasi after the very, very long wait, finally, yes, finally, we will be releasing our debut single entitled Tila Luha!
October 26, 2018, SB19 finally debuted with their ballad single called Tila Luha. But did you know that it wasn't the only song that they had at the time? They also had Love Goes, but they chose to debut with Tila Luha to capture the hearts of the Filipino people because the lyrics are in Tagalog. They then started promoting their debut song in every way they could think of. November 17, 2018 marked SB19's first ever livestream to promote their debut single.
Magsimula natin ang first SB Talent Camp Facebook Live.
박수!
몇명 보고 있는 거야? 3. Let's wait for 10 na lang. 10 viewers.
Despite the very few viewers, they
Wow, how about that? 3 when they first started that. So somebody tell me down in the comments, like, what's their count now for viewers or subscribers now? And then it was 3. I think that's at 2018. What is it now? I want to hear from you in the comments. So thanks. So this is really cool for me. Like, this is all the first time I'm seeing these things. So to get to learn about their trajectory from the bottom towards the top is really, really cool for me so far. I know a lot of you have seen this a whole bunch of times, but I found out in the first comments from the first docuseries that I did, episode 1, that you still love seeing it over and over again. It just makes you love them all over again. So that's really cool to know. It's really cool to know that you don't just watch like one of their episodes once. You have no problem watching it again and again and again if it presents itself. So thank you. And that's what I'm here for. And also I'm here for hopefully someone who's never seen it before will see it for the first time here on my channel, just like I've never seen it before until literally right now. All right, let's get back to it.
went all out to entertain them.
여러분, 저는 너무 배고파요.
Height is really good.
Height is already good. Wait. Sa wakas, dumating na rin ang oras na akong pinakahihintay. Matagal-tagal na rin nagsaray. Sige lang, sige, hano para bang wala pang angabang na darama. Bigay mo na, machine gun, rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Ladies and gentlemen, among the SB19 is a chic member.
Yup, they did all that in front of just a little over 10 viewers. You can still watch the whole livestream to this day on their official Facebook page. They also perform in schools, malls, nursing homes, and even orphanages, but their debut only received a lukewarm reception. The stream count didn't move as fast as they have hoped for. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. But their grind continued. After the disappointing debut, they started preparing for a comeback.
Today, nandito kami sa recording studio. Nagre-record kami ng kanta namin. Ito mismo yung parang kwento ng SB19.
Yung lyrics mismo ng song namin is about pangarap ng SB19, kung paano nagsimula yung lahat. Ito po talaga yung kantang gugulat sa lahat.
All right, let me stop it right there to say, like, this, the part that they just showed a moment ago is a good visualization and seeing that of their resilience. I think that's the right time to use that word, because when they debuted and they barely got any views and it was like a really, what did he say, lukewarm reaction, they could have given up. They could have said, oh my God, nobody likes us. Nobody even cares about us or notices us. And they could have easily given up. It's very easy in general to give up. But they pushed through. That's that resilience. So yeah, I like seeing that. You know, because imagine if they did give up right there the first year or weeks or whatever, then, you know, many of us may not even know who they are, because I don't know what point you got into their lives. Let me know down in the comments too then. When did you find out about SB19 and become a fan, an 18 fan? Was it right at the beginning when they debuted, like here? Or was it a year after, you know, a week ago? You know, tell me. All right. I want to know in the comments. All right. So let's get back to it.
They collaborated with a critically acclaimed Korean producer, Oh Woon Lee, who's behind the success of TVXQ and Stray Kids. Pablo, with the help of the boys, wrote the song as they began to enter the go-up era. They started practicing their go-up dance routine, which was intricately choreographed by Stel and Ken. They were required to practice 30 times daily until they reached 1,000 reps. And boy, they did it. They were even challenged to perform the dance routine at double speed. Yep, that was not even in fast forward. Now that they have reached the quota, it was time for them to shoot the music video. July 19, 2019. SB19 dropped their Go Up music video. Expectations were higher because this was the song that showcased their singing, dancing, and songwriting skills. But for some reason, it has also met a lukewarm reception. They then started promoting the song using the methods they know. They even reacted to their own music video. But none of their efforts made a significant impact. After that, you would think that it was the biggest setback. But not until August 17, 2019. This was when the Go Up press conference happened. This was supposed to be an effort for them to establish a presence in the media world. They were interviewed by professional journalists, but instead of receiving a warm welcome, most of what they got was straight up disrespect.
Pero kanina pa ako bothered. Ano ba yan, Stel? Ano ba yung ayos mo yan? Talagang style yan o ano? Hindi lang ginawang Stel
Yung style ko po ba or yung name ko? Kasi po, clear ko po, yung name ko po, Stel. Kasi po galit po siya, yung full name ko po is Stel Bester po. Ako, Stel Bester po.
Maraming.
Opo, kasi po yung mama ko po, idol niya po si Sylvester Stallone. Kaya doon niya po pinasa yung name ko po.
Oo.
Tapos po,
You know what? I was wondering when I first found out his name, Stelvester. I was wondering, is there any tribute to Sylvester Stallone? And here it was clarified that was. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like his name. Now, to the part that's pissing me off is the part of these journalists or whatever, like making fun and stuff like that. Very unprofessional and disrespectful, and suppose something like that would have let SB19 disband. So I'm already seeing the beginning stages. They're not even successful at this point now, or getting started a little bit. And the haters are already coming. The trolls are already starting. So they're everywhere. Trolls are like cockroaches. It's everywhere. So again, this is another reason why I love SB19, is because they don't just let negative people stop them. They have to deal with it, handle it, and then they push through. Not saying it's easy, because they said in some of their songs, I believe, or from what I've heard, yeah, it bothered them. Like, they're human, but it didn't let it stop them. But this is perfect proof right now in the beginning stages. Like, how are you going to pick on somebody and mess with them by their name? And first of all, his mother or parents gave him that name. It's not like he named himself. Little infant babies don't name themselves, but he's proud of that name. But some grown up in the media room shouldn't be making fun of that. So very unprofessional. I hope that person got fired. See, I say what's on my mind. I speak the truth. I'm real and authentic. Like, that's just unprofessional. All right, let's get back to that. That got me all hype. All right, here we go.
yung style ko naman po ngayon, actually po, hindi ko po alam eh. Kumbaga, kung ano na po yung naisip ko, ito yung sagot ko, sige, ganito na alamin mo ko, parang ganito po, yun na lang po yung inaisip ko. Pero wala po.
So lahat kayo straight?
Opo. Pero,
May gulot po.
may sagot ako lang. Kung sakali mo po talaga ako, wala naman po masama doon.
Hindi ba, siguro nilawin ko lang po yung Estel. Kasi po, madalas po siya kasi mas matagal na po kami magkaibigan. Close din po kasi siya madalas sa mga babae. So siguro po, baka po akalain nyo medyo weird po yung ano
Kasi
kasi
kami siya ngayon, no, parang backletter.
ay. Bali po, semester sa umaga, style sa gabi. Hindi, joke lang. Pero yun nga po, ganun lang po siguro, parang medyo meron lang po siyang ibang parang banners na girly, pero hindi po, wala pong ganun sa
At least na-clear na kanina about sa bading issue. Kasi sabi nyo kanina may mga pa-holding yan sa kayakap.
You're not bothered by the fact that you sound like a kid. Hindi kayo napapakala dun sa tunog nyo na hindi kayo Pilipino, kundi Korean.
Hindi po kami nababother kasi po, sa totoo lang,
Kasi ako father na po. Pero magaling.
Despite all the judgment, they handled the interview professionally. As the event concluded, the boys broke down to tears backstage and comforted each other. Perhaps they're just human beings, and the thick skin they develop all throughout those years can only take so much punishment, especially when it went straight to their hearts. They all broke down.
Casual Chuck just said it perfectly. Casual Chuck just said it perfectly, so they did break down behind stage, but that tenacity that they have and that resilience that they had made them push through and rise through. But it's just the point that they shouldn't have had to go through that. Like, again, this was a professional setting, fans is different, even though it still shouldn't happen. Like, to me, this is how it should be. If a person gets on, let's say YouTube, and then they run into like SB19 and they watch a video and they don't like the video, then just don't watch the damn video. Leave the video, never darken the video's doorstep again, never watch the group again if you don't like them. But do it silently. That's how it should happen. There's many groups that I've listened to or singers, and I I don't like this. But I don't take my time to write a comment telling them I don't like them, because then that's when you become a hater and a troll. Just back out quietly. That's what, if in a perfect world, that's what I wish people would do. Unfortunately, it's not a perfect world. So you get these trolls and haters and smartasses that make it known that they're trying to poke the proverbial bear, as it were. But yeah, that just annoys me, because again, suppose SB19, when they went backstage and they broke down from all this ridicule, suppose they had low self-esteem strong enough where they said, okay, guys, we're not going to do this anymore. The guy says we sound Korean, we don't sound Filipino, whatever it could have been, that made them say, that's it, the band's over. That's what annoys me, because that could have happened from these haters and naysayers. Thank goodness it didn't. And anybody watching this, because this doesn't have to just be a musician, this could be in your own personal life. If somebody says something negative to you that bothers you, don't give them the power by just giving up and quitting or surrendering and making them have the power. Anybody can say something negative. And with social media, anybody can type something negative. So try not to let things that people even type get to you. Even my own tiny little channel, every once in a while, gets trolls and haters, but I actually laugh at it. And if I'm in a good mood and I happen to be on responding to my comments, I'll respond back. And so far, I've always won, because they don't expect that. They expect you to cry, boohoo, or stop. But when you respond back and you clap back, then you end up winning, because they usually are the ones that get upset, the haters, and I'm the one that ends up laughing. So, so shout out again to SB19 and to anybody out there in virtual land. If you have that resilience, that tenacity, if you grow that thicker skin to just ignore the noise, especially verbal noise. Like I said, anybody can say something negative. It's so easy. But they focus on the positive, and that is what wins in the end. All right, let me get back to this.
This made them question themselves if they were still doing the right thing. It casted so much doubt that it made them all decide to call it quits. Everyone left, except Stell.
Oh, see, I spoke too soon, so they did all leave at one point, except Stell. All right, so I didn't know that, because see, I'm watching this for the first time, but we all know the final outcome. So let me just shut up for right now and let's see what happens. Like, what brought them back together. Hopefully that'll show in this episode too. Here we go.
Received the most hate, but he was the one left standing. Perhaps he was a good example of someone who has entered the zone. Someone who managed to tap into the altered state of consciousness where time disappears and he becomes so focused that not even judgment could stop him from doing what he loves. But he knew for a fact that he can never do it alone. And there he was, alone. But only for a moment. Josh had a realization to not give up because people have not seen everything yet. This prompted the other members to return and witness their lives change in just one fateful day when their Go Up dance practice got uploaded on YouTube on September 2, 2019. It quickly went viral, which opened a lot of doors for SB19 to have TV guestings and live performances.
May group hug? Okay. Sige. Oo, dyan lang kayo.
Ang galing namin!
Introduce yourself.
Get in the zone, break! Hi, we are SB19!
My name is Mike Spice Kita. I am the wittiest of ABS-CBN.
As the world started to notice them, their YouTube channel grew exponentially. Their dance practice video reached 1 million views in just a week, then 2 million a month later. Wait a minute, who's Arum? November 2, 2019.
So for the final announcement of the fandom name, 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! 18!
What does it mean? 18, what's it mean?
Unang-una sa lahat, pag pinakita mo siya, 18 siya, di ba? 18. So kasi kami, SB19, 18, 19.
So if there's no 18, then also there's no SB19.
Yes. Kasi kumbaga, syempre, 18 muna bago natin, 17, 18, 19.
Very well said how they did that. Yeah, very well said how they did that. So without 18, there's no 19, SB19. And I can totally relate to that. You know, just like I say many times throughout some of my videos to you, my viewers, you know, without you viewers, there would be no Tazzz Reacts. So I say as often as I can, whether in a reaction video or whether in a post or whether in a contest, you know, thank you. I'm glad that I provide a service that you like, but yeah, without you, there would be no Tazzz Reacts. So it's nice to know that SB19 is a musical group that always acknowledges and says thank you to their fans, their 18 fans. Without those fans, there'd be no SB19. So that's beautiful. Mad respect. Loving it, loving that they got back together. And like, so I saw it was just a moment that they disbanded, but they got back together. But yeah, like I said, that moment could have never happened. But let's focus on the good. It did happen. They got back together. So let's get back to this. It's almost over, it looks like.
18. Pag walang 18, hindi makakarating sa 19. Another meaning. So if you're going to read this 18, it could also be read as ating. So all the success, all the lahat ng natatamo natin ngayon, ating to, ours. Everything is ours. Hindi lang sa amin, kundi sa inyo rin. Atin. Everyone. Atin. Kumbaga, represent. Kumbaga, yung dreams natin, pangarap, problems, everything, we will share together. Atin yan. Lalaban tayo, kaya natin yan natin. Lastly, gusto talaga namin special mention yung Orum sa lahat-lahat. Kasi sa totoo lang, talagang sila yung unang sumuporta sa amin nung hindi pa nila, wala pang nakakilala sa amin sa grupo namin. Kaya thankful kami. Kaya nakahiwalay yan, ibig sabihin yan, Orum. Orum and SB19. Orum and SB19. Sana po masaya po kayo sa lahat sa fandom name na nagawa po ng grupo namin. And katulad nga po, 18, atin, sama-sama tayong aangat. We will go up.
Yeah!
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is when 18 was born. So what does it mean to be in the zone? Was it really only Stell that entered it? If you think about it, even before the other members decided to quit, they were already done with the dance practice. That alone made the press conference irrelevant. It didn't even matter that it happened. It turned out that actually all of them have always been in the zone. Being in the zone is what allowed them to defy all the odds. It was the zone that allowed a 5-foot man in the NBA. It was the zone that allowed a man living in the streets to rise up and become a billionaire. It was the zone that took an idea from someone's head to the moon. It was the zone that won wars, and lack of it had lost. It is the zone that separates their ideas and dreams from a materialistic reality. Manny, Efren, Catriona, SB19. What do they have in common?
That was fantastic. I always run it to the end because I don't want to stop anybody's credit and marketing hustle at the end. So represent and shout out to you, Casual Chuck. You did another stellar job piecing that all together into a perfect video. So everybody make sure that you go to Casual Chuck. I'll put his link in the description. Show him some love. And show SB19, of course, some love. And then show me some love. I'd appreciate that too. Um, so yeah, if for some reason you skim through to the end here, you need to go on back because for this video, I stopped and talked periodically throughout because it wasn't a music video. It was a docu-series that I'm reacting to. So I said a lot of stuff there from the heart off the dome. So I'll just end this with, because I did most of the talking throughout, I'll just end this with thank you for supporting SB19. Thank you, SB19, for supporting us, your 18 fans. And I hope that you keep growing and growing and growing and you reach more and more people because, again, you're not just singers, you're not just musicians, you're actual human beings that also care about people all around the world. You know, you're from the Philippines, but it's not like you just care about the Philippines. You care about peace and love and happiness and harmony globally. And your music shows that. And thanks for letting us in and showing everything about you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You show it and give it all. And we appreciate that because we can relate to many things that you sing about. So yeah. All right, everybody, let me know down in the comments how you felt about this episode, 2 docuseries reactions, and anything else you want to share about SB19. I always respond to as many comments as I can every day. And I read many of them and I respond to many of them daily. So thank you for the love. Other than that, if you want to see the episode 1 reaction I did to the docuseries, I want you to check out there. I want you all to take it easy and keep it breezy.